Welcome back, everybody. If indeed we are back. My name is Kaz, and this is Let's Play Diablo 2, Apologia Diaboli. Wherein I apologize to the world for ever playing Dragon Age. I suppose I haven't talked about the pause menu. If you hit the escape key, you'll bring up this little menu with the wonderful little styling to it. Man, has there ever been a game where it's just so appropriate that this should be the selector? Man, you don't see stuff like this anymore. Anyway, we have returned to game, which does the same thing as hitting escape again. Because I'm in single player, that pauses the game, like I said a long time ago. And we do have options, but for the most part, I already have everything configured the way I want. Let's take a brief tour. Sound options. Let me crank the music and sound up and down. I don't have 3D sound enabled on my card, so there's no 3D sound options. I can change what NPC speech does. You can do audio and text or audio. Video options, you can change the resolution between the two game resolutions of 640 by 480 and the larger one, 800 by 600. We have some other really options that don't change all that much. I can change how the auto map works as well. I've set fade to no because that makes things more confusing for me personally, and if I want it to go away, I'll just hit tab again. Oh, I have show names set to yes. I wonder that it doesn't show Dave. And finally, controls, which will let you change all of the controls if you want to. Now, so far, I've only been using one skill, the raised skeleton skill, so I don't really need all this stuff. And probably I won't ever, but we'll see. We might eventually remap our skills if we end up using a bunch of them. And the last option that we have, save and exit game, will do precisely what it says. Saving in Diablo 2 is continuous. It's not saving in the sense of, oh, I get to save here and then try a thing and then see if it works. It's saving in the sense that all the progress and regress that you make is cumulative and permanent. Hey, a cracked zombie head. Not useful. What a shame. Oh, that's right. Akara gave us a ring, didn't she? This ring. That's right. Ugh, it was junk. Well, somewhere... Oh, there she is. In her windy-haired such and such. Yep, there is a poison attack. Let me pull Dave back up. See, I was trying my best to space that out because I knew that really we had a lot of power and Andariel wasn't going to be much of a problem. Alright, well, these are set chain boots. That's why they are green.
I can't carry anymore.
I didn't actually need to stock all these mana potions, so that's a little bad on me. I didn't actually end up needing the poison potions at all either, because she just went after Dave, and the poison potions will only affect me. Well, just to show off what I was talking about then, yeah, they give you plus 50 poison resistance temporarily. There's no visual indicator of this other than the little thing that goes in your character screen. I don't want that broad axe, who cares? I really like what she's done with the place. Look at all these horns. It's awesome. And the constant fires. You know, it's welcoming. Has these standards with little skull heads on them. A great throne. It's just a lovely place, all told. I guess I'll have to get rid of it. I wonder if the Sisters of the Sightless Eye or whatever will let me have the throne when they're renovating the place. Ah, well. We have done our duty. Oh, I guess the search for Cain is completed. As soon as we talk to other people, that quest will go. And as soon as we take the imbue, that quest will go. There is one other thing to do that has nothing to do with those quests, though.
Good to see you.
Semi good to see you.
This is a great victory indeed, but many more battles await. I will accompany you on your journey, lending what assistance I can. Remember, Diablo is still out there, seeking something in the desert. I'm afraid that this nightmare will not end until you find what it is that he seeks.
What if he's after a burrito? The Burrito Diablo. Sario's Iron Heel. Well, 20% faster run walk is great! That is a most excellent upgrade, so we're going to use it. Set items are green, and they list the number of set items in the set, so there's Hasaru's Iron Stay and Hasaru's Iron Fist as well. If you collect more than one of the set items, you'll get additional bonuses, and if you complete the set, you'll get all the bonuses. They're still randomly generated, they just always have the same name, and they're always the same item type. So let's see. I think we're going to leave that, throw that behind. Heal stamina plus 25%, who cares? Yeah, I guess the rest of this stuff can go away. What do you have to say about it?
Andariel's death brings about renewed life for us all. We mourn the loss of our dear sisters, but at least now we can get on with our lives. I may have misjudged you, Outlander. You are a true hero, and testament to the noble spirit which has inspired our order for generations. Farewell, my friend.
You're just getting cozy with everybody, aren't you? Did you see a special thing happen while she was talking to me? The fire in the center of town lit up. There's actually a day-night cycle in the game. At the very beginning of Diablo 2, they had designed items that cared about the day-night cycle, and there was a clock that went, but they ultimately threw that out and just left in little things like this instead. The NPCs will also say good morning and good evening, depending on what time it is.
The caravan is prepared. We may now journey eastward to Loot Golain.
So if I talk to Warreeve again...
Yes?
Come on. Oh, well, they only say one thing when you...
Greetings.
Greetings.
Hello.
Hello. Someone will say good morning or good evening or something. That'll eventually happen.
Finally, we may rejoice. We owe you a debt we can never repay. I only hope that in time, we will be able to rebuild our order. All our thanks go with you, my friend. The Order welcomes you.
Yes, the Order welcomes me. Well, you can have your stupid things back. Alright, in fact, yeah, I don't need all these either. Probably don't even need the gems, really, but I am keeping the skull. You had better believe. Okay, well, let's throw these away. Go into the stash. They're gonna leave this one, having to do with my personal quest. Do you remember what it is?
What can I do for you?
Eesh. Oh, being fast. It's great. Man, oh man, do I miss this. Faster run walk is the greatest.
What you need?
Okay, so no one's gonna say good morning or good evening. Whatever. They'll do it eventually. Alright, so my quest awaits me in the Black Marsh. Since I have not yet left the game, all of the shrines that had ever spawned are still there. And if I haven't touched them, then they're still active. There are some shrines that will regenerate themselves, but most of them don't. This one that we failed to touch at all will not. Even though the map is set, and if I left the game and came back, all the monsters would be back and the maps would look the same, the shrines would not be there, or would be in different places, or would be different things. So the shrines will reset themselves like random monsters. So far, though, this gem shrine is still here. Andariel always drops a regular gem. This is the level 3 of gems, so I can just click it and get a level 4 out of 5. It's in fact so powerful I can't even use it yet. Yeah, I'm one level off of even being able to socket it in something. Or rather, being able to equip the thing that I socketed into. That's all. That was the personally appointed quest. Nothing big to it, but you can usually get that to happen when you go through Act 1. You'll eventually find a gem shrine, and if you can keep yourself from immediately clicking on it, go kill Andariel and then come back. She'll almost always drop a gem of some sort. A regular gem, I mean. Alrighty, well, now we just have to talk to Wariv.
Your presence honors me.
Yours neutrals me. Oh, and yeah, I don't have the install of Diablo 2 with the cinematics, so we're gonna cut that in here, or really just go on. Oh, right, I have to get canceled because I'm not inserting the cinematics disc. That's madness.
Good day.
All right, well, I'd really like to talk to Jaren, but there's an important reason why I'm not.
Now that Andariel is dead, I can return and outfit the rogues properly. Once I've made some trades here, I'll be free to head back to their monastery. Let me know if you want to travel along.
That's kind of neat. Anyway, Jaren is the king of town. He's the Caliph, Sultan, the Emir, the Amar, the Aman, the King, the Mayor, the Suzerain, and I can't get into his palace at the moment. And if I talk to him, he's going to start his little script where he walks behind Kalen here, and Kalen is gonna just tell me, halt, you can't go, whatever, so I won't be able to talk to him again. But I'd rather like to be able to talk to him after talking to a couple other people, so let's see if we can get him to stick around for a little longer. Here's Farah, she's the blacksmith. It's Lysander, he sells potions. Up here is Elzix. They call him an innkeeper, but really he's just the gambler, because we don't need an inn for anything. This is Graze. He is the mercenary master, who's going to give us an upgrade or side grade to page, depending on how you look at it. I guess at level 14, we're going to have to do that pretty soon. This is Atma. She has our first quest and will heal you. Farah will also heal you, it turns out. This is Geglash. She's just here for comedy. And finally over here we have Mashif. He sails the ship. We're not talking to all of them just yet. We'll have time to meet them as we go on through the act. Oh! I missed somebody, didn't I? Drognan. He's possibly going to be the most important man in the entire game for me. Not yet, though. For right now, we want to start our first quest here. Atma, who just got done weeping, has a reason for it.
I don't expect this of you, but if you want to help me, I would be grateful. In the sewers below our city, there lurks a horrid creature that hungers for human flesh. The creature has killed many, including my son and my husband. If you destroy it, I will reward you. Please, be careful, though. That beast has taken enough from us already. The sewer entrance is through the trapdoor, just up the street.
Well, it's kind of you to be concerned about me, but I'm good. Alright, so there are actually 2 sewer entrances. Loot Ghislaine has 2 possible layouts. They both look the same, except sometimes the door is right here, and other times the door is over here. Like this. Now, we could just leave, but the first dungeon is actually in town, through this trap door to the sewers. The sewers have tight corridors in them, and I don't feel like being there for a long time. If I can help it. And in this case, I can. There's a secondary entrance to the sewers. If you turn on the minimap and explore around town, you'll find it. It's down these stairs. Through here. This entrance is almost always closer to the way downward, so you get to skip a lot of the first level, which can be pretty massive. Ugh. Dried corpses are our first mummy-type enemy. These lesser mummies explode into little poison clouds when you kill them. The later levels of these guys can do some of the greatest total number damage in the game. So foul is their stink. We didn't get to see very much of them, but Sand Raiders are Gilgamesh dudes who have 4 arms and 4 swords. You'll get to see them eventually. This feels like I'm going the wrong way. Let's see if there's a way here. There is not. And let's check if there's a way over on this side. My armor is still very light, so I don't drain very much stamina when I run. The heavier your armor, the greater the stamina decrease as you run. It's almost like they intended that to be more of a mechanic than it is. Something more like Demon's Souls with an official stamina gauge. This is how much effort you can put into things, kind of real management. But here it's a bit vestigial, and really a Diablo game doesn't want to have that kind of thing. Mana is a perfectly fine resource to manage without all that other nonsense. Honestly, you could have an item that said, you have maximum stamina forever, and it wouldn't even be all that good. Oh hey! My thing procced. 5% chance to cast level 3 Frost Nova when struck. It's not the greatest, and I don't really want to be struck, but, you know, this is kind of neat. Getting a lot of emeralds. I have that flawless emerald with Andariel. Ew, a rat's nest. Ugh. People will hide their gold in anything. Already we've started to find better items. We'll find things like chain boots, scimitars, and ring mail in this act. You can already see why I wanted to skip as much of the sewers as possible. It's a sewer level, and it's huge. The Burning Dead are all over the place. Oh, my fire resistance is actually pretty good, so maybe I don't care about that all that much. Still. What a pain. Tight spaces are going to be one of the nastiest obstacles we can encounter. This act has the tightest of spaces. There we go. The way down. That longstaff could possibly have auto mods on it for a sorceress. Or it could be ethereal and total junk. It's not actually all that bad fighting these ranged monsters because their projectiles do not go through Dave. He's able to form a wall for me. And Dave is able to close the distance very quickly. I guess I should say for the sake of the game that you actually can play a more active role in your own improvement. And, you know, fight through the game, doing the attacks yourself, clicking on monsters until they die, but that is not what we're trying to accomplish. In fact, it's much the opposite. That's for every single other build and class to do. That's not for us. We're here to relax, have an easy time of thing. Or things. Excuse me, I'm just a little grossed out by that corpse. Ugh, again. Couldn't you degrade by now? And I guess these are fresh corpses. I suppose Atma sent other people than us after Radament. Or maybe he dragged them down here. Yet another rat's nest. Everything you click on is disgusting. Starting to get more of the healing potions, which are better than light healing potions. Same thing with mana potions, too. Ah, whew. Good. Right down to level 3. Let's get this over with. Sewer levels. Honestly. Dave doesn't have terribly great ways to mitigate magic damage, so it's probably good to not take on too many mages at a time if we can help it. And again, they are kind of squishy. It's vaguely possible that this U wand is something I want. Oh, look at that! The monsters have a shimmering aura. That's the Might aura, and it boosts physical damage. So it doesn't actually affect the casters at all. I wonder where was the monster who had it, though. Oh, it must have been Black Hawk. Where is his... I saw his name a second ago. Well, anyway. That arrangement of potions surrounding a magic item means that here lies a unique monster. Rip in peace. Still doing pretty well. Dave, you can stay on the team. Like the work you do. Like what you bring. I like having faster run walk. That's really great. Now, when I get close to the monster that we have to kill, a little quest flag will pop up. That's one way to force your way through tight corridors. If you simply recast your skeleton on the corpses that are near there, it'll help them fit more skeletons into the same space. We're gonna have to use every technique at our... excuse me. Every technique at our disposal in order to force our way through quarters of that kind. This isn't even as bad as it gets. There. Jeez. Ew. Oh, I stepped on a beetle. Oh, look at that. I didn't even mean to. Sorry, little thing. I feel horrible. Stepped on an innocent animal. Ah, another gem shrine. You know what? What the hell? I have nothing better to do with my things.
Stay a while
I
and
guess I haven't
listen.
found anything important. Let's take you. Let's take a look at this wand. Bone armor and teeth, eh? Not what I like,
I know
so...
much about the ancient religions. I was trained as a paladin of Zakarum in the Eastern Koras Temple many years ago.
Okay, well. Let's, Yes, Sour Rock from the zoo asks me if I am playing single player or what realm I'm playing on. So this is single player because I didn't want my frame rate to dip for lag reasons or anything like that. I mean, even still, even today, that kind of stuff can happen, so... Well, there we are, 2 gem shrines, and we have a perfect emerald. This is the highest level of gem. This is the best emerald that can possibly exist. It's pretty cool. There are other stuff, or other things available to me. Other stuffs, if I were on the realms online. I could also interact with other players and form a party. Form a party.
I need mana. I need mana.
There we go. 7 new Daves. Oh hey, a combat shrine. It boosts my damage and doubles my attack rating. It is pointless for me. Resist Poison Shrine would actually do something. Namely, set my poison resistance to the maximum it can be, 75. There are some items that let you increase the resistance cap, but they are few and far between. Really, Dave and I bring the party with us. What need have I of people on the realms? If anything, I would have made a ladder character. The Diablo 2 experience ladder is a way of tracking player progress and making it a huge open competition between players to see who can get the most. Levels eventually max out at 99, but experience never does. You can keep getting more and more. Oh, we found our quest. Radament is here. He also has a skeleton army and can also revive his minions. So we kind of want to keep resurrecting our own so that he can't resurrect his. He's not a terribly great deal, though, and he deals a lot of poison damage that you can once again mitigate with antidote potions if you have any left over from Andariel. He has an excellent death effect that will kill any undead enemies in the nearby area. These little balls will actually do damage to them. There are 2 paladin skills that do a similar looking thing to that.
What a waste of undead flesh.
Isn't it, though? Oh, hey, a Nephrune. Alright, so We have the Book of Skill, which we are going to use immediately. Get an additional skill point. And I guess we'll collect this stuff too. Yeah, Radament is no big deal. And we also got the quest item. Oh, splint mail. That's actually pretty beefy stuff. Required strength 51. That is actually a problem. Can't get up quite that high, but this kind of thing is the reason that you want to have strength. I also found a Neph rune. I think there is an item that I can make, but we'll look that up a little later. Yeah, I don't have all the rune words memorized, and I realize that's bad on me. Let's see.
Hello.
Hello.
They say that the taste of vengeance is bittersweet, but I find it to my liking. In addition to my undying gratitude, I have spoken on your behalf with the rest of the townspeople. The merchants have agreed to show their gratitude by offering their wares and services at lower rates. Oh, Jaren wants to see you too. You'll find him in front of the palace.